Alright, I love Paul Mooney. So if you come to the Air Force and you already have your paramedic, you will be, well, assuming that you keep it throughout the pipeline. So you can't never, if you're 90 years old and you've got your paramedic, do not let that stuff lapse. Letting your paramedic lapse is like the worst idea on the planet because those tests are hard. You know, they're not meant to test your knowledge. They're meant to see if you're wily and conniving like the rest of them. Well, the person who wrote the test who says, "Oh, I'm smart. I'm going to outsmart everybody." That's who writes tests, not people who are like, "I'm going to find out what this person knows." Nope. So if you show up with your paramedic, you will get to keep your medic. That is national registered. I do not know how the reciprocation goes between if you have a state license or if you have, whatever. So, I know crows that are nurses, PAs, doctors. After a while, I think they kind of nudge you to go be a doctor or a PA, but you can hold it for a while, from what I've seen. Or don't tell them. Just be a doctor. Be a reservist. Make a lot of money. Live in Beverly Hills. Be a happy person. So if, say you're a Marine and you go to dive school, you'll still have to go through INDOC, just like you'd have to go through BUDS, but you won't have to go through the dive portion, so you get to skip out on that. Well, alright, as long as it's a combat dive course. If it's a hard hat diver or I think salvage diver, I don't think that counts because it's not really what we do. But sometimes salvage, you're looking for people or body parts. Yeah, that does happen. I've done that in Iraq. It's not fun. But if you get a chance to go to Lifeguard Systems with Butch, Butch is an amazing instructor. Taught us black water diving and how to do amazing search techniques, and so we were able to bring more parts of an American home than would have been brought if we hadn't known these great techniques. So Butch is a windmill tilter himself and loves his Dulcineas. So if you ever get to meet Butch from Lifeguard Systems, it's a dive certification type course. Very smart dude, very passionate about what he does, and definitely has made the world a better place. So yeah, if any school you pick up and it helps you, it's good. That's military, and so the Air Force will give you a community college of the Air Force degree. So say you take a couple of classes before you come in, I don't know, computer, speech, things like that, math. What's funny is I was able to test out of math for all my other degrees, but the Air Force didn't recognize my testing out, so I had to take a dang math class, and it took college algebra, and that was probably one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. I'm like, this doesn't look like any algebra I've ever seen. What the hell happened to algebra? So if you take some classes, you pass the course, you pass Kirtland, and you're now a PJ, you can use those college credits to count towards your community college of the Air Force degree, and bam, next thing you know, you have an associate's degree in rescue technology, or whatever course you end up with. But for pararescue, it's a rescue technology, and so then you look smart because you've got another associate's degree. But my point was everything builds on itself, or builds on each other. So the more knowledge you gain, the smarter you'll be. So just keep on racking up classes. Even if you're like, well, I don't like college, take underwater basket weaving. As a PJ, you will be totally prepared for underwater basket weaving. You'll be the greatest underwater basket weaver ever. Well, next to me, but you'll be good. And well, with mere mortals, they'll be impressed. So take it, do it, learn it, be it. You know, that's life. Just you meet people, you learn how to be or how not to be, but you will learn something from everybody you come in contact with. You're like, that guy's not nice. I'm not gonna be like that. Or that dude is smart. You know, I'm gonna have to read some books and try to catch up to that dude. And when we're talking about books, and I know you guys have probably seen the movie Lone Survivor. Read the book, or don't read the book. Listen to the audio book of it. I played that audiobook at work. It is probably a couple summers ago when we were working, and I would play it during the day while I was doing stuff. I like background noise, and you know, I would find, you know, at certain parts, you know, when bad things were happening, like everybody in all the other PJs in the office, we all stopped, and we would be listening to what he was saying, and they were powerful words to hear them. I think we lose a lot. Like, nobody shares stories. Nobody talks to each other more. Everything's a lot of texting, and that's fine. I mean, you know, I'm all about. Sometimes you need to have a conversation, and you just maybe you don't want to have it, or you don't have time, so you text it or something. But when you're together, you got to share stories. Scientists have found that by sharing stories, the way my brain processes what you're saying, I feel what you're saying. So you can almost go, you know, they've found that people almost believed that they were there. They were able to imagine it so well. And so I'm not saying, you know, you be like Brian Williams and be like, well, this is what happened, you know, when it didn't happen. But I'm saying that you can feel it. And if you can feel it, then you're learning from it. And by learning from it, you don't have to undergo the same experiences that other people have had to suffer from. I mean, I think that's where, you know, there's nothing new under the sun. You know, when you're 18 years old, you think this way, and then by the time you hit 19, 20, you think another way. Well, every other 18-year-old thought the same way at 18, and every other 19, 20-year-old felt the same way at that next time. I mean, granted, there are little differences, you know, experiences that make life different, so you pick up on different things. But, you know, the world doesn't revolve around you. At 13, the world revolves around you. But by the time, you know, you're 18, you're moving out of your parents' house, you're like, the world does not revolve around me. Nobody cares about you. Nope, nothing. So you definitely got to start planning ahead. I think that's a big part. If I can help you guys and girls, I say guys just as a blanket thing, because, you know, even in Spanish, os and os will cover it, os. But there are women that listen to this too, and, you know, you want to be a BJ? I think next year it opens up. So what the hell? Go for it. You know, don't let somebody tell you you're a girl, you can't do it. I've seen 100 dudes that couldn't do it. So I mean, why couldn't a girl do it? And when I say girl, I just mean girl, woman. It's a I don't mean to offend. Well, sometimes I mean to offend people, but for the most part, I'm just speaking. And so then I get caught off my riff because I'm too busy explaining. I'm not trying to offend anybody. So my message is for man, woman, child, boy, girl, transgender, non-gender, asexual, everything sexual, whatever. Whoever, whatever you are, if you're a human being, my message is for you. So that's my message today. Learn all you can. Listen to everything that people tell you. You don't have to believe it, but listen to it, and then make your own choice. And, you know, be a productive member of society. The world should be better for you having been in it. So create positive ripples and have a great day.